In today's fast-paced world, where we chase everything outside ourselves, an ancient truth still gently echoes. Peace does not lie out there. It lies within. The Buddha didn't leave behind complicated doctrines. He simply told stories that seemed simple, yet held entire galaxies of wisdom and compassion. Today, we'll enter that world, not to memorize teachings, but to feel, to remember who we are, because every Buddha story is, in truth, our own story. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and join us on this journey inward, toward peace, toward awakening. The Burning House. In a quiet village, there was a wealthy man. Though he loved his children deeply, he was often consumed by work and possessions. One day, while he was away, a terrible fire broke out. Flames engulfed his entire house. When he returned, he saw his children still playing inside, laughing, unaware of the fire that raged around them. He shouted, "Children, come out! The house is burning." But the children ignored his warning, lost in the joy of their games. Then, the father, wise and compassionate, tried another way. "Come outside," he cried. "I have carts waiting, goat carts, deer carts, ox carts. Whoever comes first may choose one." Hearing that, the children jumped with excitement and ran out into safety. Once outside, the father brought forth not toy carts, but a magnificent chariot, adorned with jewels, far beyond anything they could imagine. The Buddha told his disciples, "The burning house is samsara, the endless cycle of suffering. The children are beings lost in delusion, clinging to worldly pleasures. The Father is the Buddha, who skillfully guides them with compassion, using what they understand to lead them beyond what they can yet see." We often think we're not inside the burning house, but look closely and you'll see we're playing with our distractions while the flames of anxiety, anger, desire, and delusion quietly consume the walls around us. The toys we cling to, wealth, praise, status, they keep us entertained, but blind. The Buddha doesn't force us out. Like the Father, he speaks our language, offers what we think we want, just to gently guide us out of danger into freedom. The magnificent chariot wasn't just a reward, it was a symbol of a truth far greater than we expected, a peace beyond desire, a joy beyond conditions. The burning house reminds us, awakening begins the moment we realize we must step away from the game. Only then can we receive the chariot of peace. 2. The mirror of the mind. One day, a young monk came to the Buddha with a heart full of restlessness. "Master," he said, "I've been meditating, practicing, and living a simple life, but still, I am often consumed by emotions, anger, jealousy, pride. I try to remain calm, but these feelings always return. Why can't I be free of them?" The Buddha did not answer immediately. Instead, he smiled gently and motioned for the monk to follow him. They walked through the forest in silence until they came to a still, clear pond. "Sit beside the water," the Buddha said. The young monk sat quietly, as instructed. "Now, look into the water," the Buddha continued. "Tell me what you see." "I see my reflection, Master," the monk replied. "Now stir the water with your hand." The monk did so. Ripples spread across the pond, blurring the reflection. "What do you see now?" the Buddha asked. "Nothing. My image is gone," the monk said. The Buddha nodded. "Now be still. Wait." They sat in silence once more. Slowly, the ripples faded. The surface grew calm. The reflection returned, quiet, unbroken, clear. Then the Buddha spoke. "The mind is like this water. When it is disturbed by emotion, it cannot see clearly. But if you let the emotions pass, without clinging, without pushing, clarity returns. Your true nature reveals itself not by force, but by stillness. The human mind is rarely quiet. We are constantly pulled by thoughts, stirred by old memories, disturbed by sudden waves of insecurity and desire. And in that chaos, we look for peace, not realizing that our searching is what keeps the water rippling. We think we must fight our anger, destroy our jealousy, silence our pride. But in trying to force the mind into stillness, we only disturb it more. The Buddha didn't ask the monk to stop the ripples with effort. He asked him to observe, to wait, to let the water settle. This is the heart of mindfulness, to sit beside your mind as it moves, to watch the ripples rise and fall without chasing or resisting them. And when the water clears, you'll find yourself again, not a version built on ego or judgment, but the reflection in today's world of your untouched self. We are bombarded by distractions and emotional triggers, social media, competition, unrealistic expectations. We are told to always be better, to stay positive, to control our emotions. But sometimes, the path isn't control. It's observation. Next time you feel overwhelmed, try this. Don't fix your emotion. Don't push it away. Just sit beside it, like the Buddha beside the pond. Watch it rise, breathe, and let it fall. The more you allow, the more you begin to see. Your anger is not you. Your sadness is not permanent. Your mind is just water, and beneath the waves is a stillness that's always been there, waiting. The mirror of the mind reflects truth only when it is still. Don't polish the surface. Don't fight the ripples. Just be still. Clarity is not something we create. It's something we allow. 3. The bamboo grove of patience. In the tranquil outskirts of Rajagaha, there was a bamboo grove, lush, silent, and bathed in soft sunlight. It was a sanctuary where the Buddha often walked and taught his disciples. One afternoon, as the monks sat beneath the rustling shade, a young novice approached the Buddha, visibly disturbed. "Master," he said, "I'm trying. Truly, I am. But the impatience inside me, it rises so easily." He lowered his eyes. "When I see others being careless or not as disciplined, I feel anger. I don't want to, but it comes again and again. How can I be free from this?" The Buddha listened quietly, then told a simple tale. "Once," he began, "in this very grove, there were 2 monks. One was patient like the earth, the other like fire, quick to flare, quick to burn out. The impatient monk was disturbed by everything: the rustling bamboo, the bird song, even the slow breath of others nearby. He believed these were obstacles to his meditation, but the patient monk sat beside him, unmoved. One day, a strong wind swept through the grove. The bamboo swayed, leaves whispering wildly. The impatient monk grew agitated, ready to move elsewhere. But the patient monk gently said, "Brother, the wind does not disturb you. You disturb yourself." We do not control the wind or the trees, but we can control how we meet them. The sound is only sound. It becomes suffering only if we let it enter the heart as disturbance. The young novice looked up. The Buddha smiled. "To be like bamboo," he said, "you must bend with life, not break against it. Patience is not weakness. It is strength, the kind that bends in the storm, but does not fall." We often think of patience as waiting passively, but true patience is far more powerful than that. It is the ability to remain calm when the world is not, to choose stillness, not because everything is perfect, but because you know peace begins within. The wind will blow, people will frustrate us, things will not go as planned, but we are not the wind, we are not the noise, we are the observer, the witness, and the more we return to this witnessing space, the more resilient, soft, and wise we become. Just like bamboo, we don't resist the wind. We learn to move with it. Imagine you're in a traffic jam, or waiting in a long queue, or dealing with someone who doesn't understand you. What if, in that moment, instead of reacting, you remembered, I am not here to control the world. I am here to respond with grace. This is the power of patience, not just waiting longer, but suffering less while you wait. When you are no longer disturbed by external noise, a deep silence arises inside, not the silence of emptiness, but the silence of presence. That is where wisdom lives, and that is where peace begins. Patience is not passive. It is the quiet power of the soul that refuses to be disturbed. Be like the bamboo, rooted in silence, flexible in chaos, and always reaching for the light. One day, a weathered farmer approached the Buddha. His face bore the lines of years spent tilling the land, raising children, enduring loss, and clinging to hope. He bowed low and said, Lord, I have so many problems. My crops sometimes fail. My animals get sick or wander off. My children don't always listen. My wife and I argue. My neighbors are unkind. I work from dawn to dusk. And still, I worry. I thought perhaps you could help me. The Buddha listened quietly. Then, with his signature stillness, he said, I'm sorry. I cannot help you with those problems. The farmer was stunned. But you are the enlightened one. How can that be? The Buddha smiled. Everyone has 83 problems, he said. Sometimes your crops will fail. Sometimes your loved ones will disappoint you. Sometimes your body will age and ache. This is the nature of life. The farmer frowned. So, there's no hope? No solution? The Buddha leaned closer and said, I cannot help you solve your 83 problems, but perhaps I can help you with the 84th. The farmer blinked. The 84th? Yes, the Buddha said gently. Your 84th problem is that you believe you shouldn't have any problems. How often do we fight with life, not because of what is happening, but because we believe it shouldn't be happening? We suffer twice, once from the pain, and again from the belief that the pain is unfair. The Buddha did not promise a life free of hardship. He promised that when we stop resisting reality, we can be free within it. Your life will never be free of challenges, but you can be free of the belief that challenges are wrong. This is not giving up. It's waking up. Next time something doesn't go your way, a plan fails, a person disappoints you, or life feels unfair, pause and ask yourself, am I facing a real problem? Or am I just resisting the fact that problems exist? When we drop the 84th problem, the belief that things must be different, a gentle acceptance arises, and from that space, a surprising strength appears. Not the strength to control life, but the strength to move with it. This is the wisdom of serenity. You cannot eliminate the 83 problems of life, but you can dissolve the 84th, the illusion that you shouldn't have any. And in doing so, you begin to walk the path not of escape, but of inner peace.